Alright, I'm doing another video. I wanted to talk about gunshot wounds a little bit this time. I have a couple things out of my bag here that I keep for gunshot wounds. One thing with a gunshot wound in the field, you never want to remove the projectile. It may be lodged in an artery deep down within. If it's went through and through, you're good to go ahead and deal with it right there in the field. If you have the projectile still in, once again, I would not try to remove that in the field. I would wait until you get back somewhere where you have more medical support, can get the patient a little more stable, because blood loss could be greater once you remove the object. Getting the clotting to stop could be a little harder if it's lodged in a vein or an artery. Here's what I keep mainly would be my things to deal. I have 4 things here that I would use mostly to deal with a gunshot wound. First off, I have my roll of Curlex, which is just a big packing that you could pack the gunshot wound full of to help slow and stop the bleeding and absorb it. Then I have tampons. They work great for gunshot wounds. You jam them down in, they'll start swelling as they absorb blood, and they will stop the bleeding. They'll slow the bleeding at least. I have a couple different size ones here. Some of these small ones that are light days or whatever they are, and then some of the bigger ones that are heavier days. If you took a bigger gunshot wound or an exit wound, if say you got hit in the arm or a leg and it went completely through, the exit wound is going to be a lot bigger than the entrance wound in most cases, especially if it was a hollow point. So I keep a couple different sizes of them that you could stick down into the wound. That will swell up and slow or stop the bleeding. In a lot of cases, you can get it slowed enough to get it to clot if you can get these down into the wound. Once again, if you didn't have those, which I keep some of those in my bag, you could pack it with something like the Curlex. And then for cleaning it, I would use these Providine iodine sticks here. What they are is just a large, I had a few extra packs of the alcohol ones that are going bad, so I opened one of them to show you what it looks like. It's just pretty well a giant cotton ball. You can see versus my finger here, it's just like a really big Q-tip. You could use that, clean the wound with the iodine. You wouldn't want to use the alcohol in a gunshot. It would burn really bad. But you can use something like the Providine iodine. It won't burn. It's good for the skin. It's not going to cause the damage to the skin and make it heal slowly like the alcohol can. So that's what I have that I keep in my bag to deal with gunshot wounds. They do make some other gauze that I'm ordering and waiting on to come in that you can stuff down in, and they will cause the wound to clot really quickly and stop the bleeding. As soon as I get those in, I'll do another review on them. But just a couple simple things that you could keep in your bag. Like I say, some tampons, get you a roll of Curlex, and some iodine swabs. Have a good one.